All right, so if your factory navigation is dead, or it says please check this, or it doesn't say anything, and you're wondering what to do with that, if you have an aftermarket radio installed, you can use this company's part, converters.tv, looks like this, to send the video from the output of the aftermarket radio to your factory display. And you can do it on almost any Acura. All right, so this company right here, converters.tv, they make this part right here, this green box. That green box allows you to take the output of your aftermarket radio and send it to your factory screen. So you can do this on any Acura. It's RGBS, so you can turn that old dead navigation into something that works. New display.
Didn't realize you just destroyed $400.
So green to red, red to white, blue to the red, I mean with the white with the red, and then sync and ground are on the same thing. Both of these need to get grounded, and you're all set. Alright, so I got this crazy mess. Navigation drive out of an Acura. This little black box right here. Then I got some power to an aftermarket radio. I got this converting the video from this. So if I go to front camera, bam, I get the screen from the navigation drive. So if you wanted to keep your backup camera, or you wanted to keep your navigation working on your aftermarket radio, you could do so with this little black box. There is some lines, like the refresh rate isn't 100%, but it'll do the job for your camera and your navigation. So I have RGB out, and this is the display I get. My display has RGB and then sync on one wire, and then I have ground and a shield. And then here's the supposed output RGB sync and then not connected. I'm not sure why I have this. I don't know enough about video, but if someone could help me figure it out, I'd appreciate that a lot. Let me put it down because I'm making it show on the screen, right? So drag. Man, I have CarPlay, Android Auto, mirroring, video in, and then you got settings. This thing is dope, man. Alright, YouTube, moment of truth. So we got DVD drive, navigation drive, navigation screen, this weird harness that you see. I got the navigation screen to work, and now I have the code. I'm going to put the code in. Alright, YouTube, so I just put in the code. Got this weird harness, navigation drive, navigation screen. Already got the radio working. I got that little sub display. Can you see it? There, you can't see it. Oh, come on, man. All these, there you go. It's closed. Alright, YouTube, you got an Acura, you got a Honda, you're going to use these. I recommend ours instead. They're fully 3D printed, so they can take a little bit more abuse than these. And they'll hold the speaker better. These, the tabs tend to break. These work just as well. I'll show you exactly how. So we have our inserts in. Then we just line up the top with the top. And then we screw it down. Main battery, 300 amperes, battery isolator, runs on the back wall. Secondary battery, 2 power lines with 300 amp fuses going underneath to the back. This is the big battery. Right now you can see it says 13.9. I measured here, it is 13.9. Once bass starts playing, it drops another 300 amp fuses. But 2 power wires come from here, 2 power wires go to the amp. This is grounded. One ground runs to the battery. The other ground is right there. Alright, YouTube, so I got some news for you. We finally got an MDX and been testing some stuff. So, backup camera.
.com. Tell them Psych from VLI sent you.
That's not the factory backup camera. So, let me show you real quick. So, our factory backup camera in this MDX does very hazy. So, we decided, hey, let's replace that camera with a new aftermarket HD camera. And guess what? You see up there, you see me. This is the camera. So, you can upgrade the camera in this series of Acura. You see the connector up there. I'm going to make a full video on this, but just want to make it short about it. Another thing with the MDX, we figured out how to feed video to the factory screen. So if your navigation doesn't want to work, but you want to use that screen to watch video, we have it figured out. I know this looks crazy right now, but don't worry, that video is coming. But now, let me show you the most important thing that we finally got done. Alright guys, I know this sounds crazy, but this really matters. So if you have an MDX with navigation and you want to replace the radio, you can keep your navigation working. You just have to transfer this knob. But before, you couldn't keep the factory amplifier. Now you can. So, that weird noise you hear as I turn this knob is me digitally controlling the factory amplifier. So this means you will have two volume knobs when you use your radio, but you'll set your radio to a fixed volume, and you'll use this knob mounted on your dash kit to control your volume. This way you can keep all your speakers and the factory amplifier working with a plug-and-play installation. So this is coming soon. Alright, this looks crazy, but bear with me. Aftermarket radio, factory navigation. I have volume control.
Be anytime on our website, so, ambassadorhi.com.
I have sub control right here. Back to full volume. Navigation kind of works. It works, but you see this looks so ghetto. So the buttons aren't there right, but look, watch. So the code here is 8786. So we're gonna go turn 8786. Bam, baby. So the navigation works. I'm inside with a metal roof, so you're not gonna get that to load. But I'll put this car outside and then I'll update. Fitment or installation here. Look, this is my dash kit. It looks pretty terrible. But if you move this, this will work your navigation. And then your aftermarket radio right here. Here is my volume knob.
Our 100% hassle-free online process can give you a quote in seconds.
If you want to keep your rear entertainment, quick journal for me. We got the navigation working. If you have an 07 to 09, navigation works. You got to transfer this. You got to freaking install it correctly. Radio works. We have volume control digitally.
Live from the College Hunks hauling junk and College Hunks.
You also can use this. You don't want to exceed like 40 though, and then not turn this up as high.
Streaming live on the WBAB app and WBAB.com. A Cox Media Group station.
It's dual control. Then also this works. So I know you can't see it on the screen, but if I my map was loading, then you could see it. The navigation will all still work. It's a separate unit, 07 to 09. If you have a 10 to 13, then it's not going to work because it's all one unit, so that screen's not going to work. So we got to figure out what to do with that screen next. Yeah, if you have rear entertainment, that's also CAN bus controlled, and it goes through a video encoder. So you put PAL video in, composite PAL video, or like RCA connection. I think that's coax. So coax is the thing. I think that's called composite. I don't know what the actual medium is called. Like the actual RCA you plug in has an actual name, but RCA video in through the aux port back here, right? It's a mess, but let's say video in, that gets converted. DVDs get converted. So you can keep this if you get a CAN bus encoder, decoder. We might work on that, who knows. And then you need a video converter of PAL to NSTC or NTSC, which is another video codec. And then it'll delay your audio, so you need your audio to be encoded as well. So my recommendation, if you have rear entertainment, you want to keep it. When you budget for this, just get a cheap one of these. Where is it? Right there. It's a quick video on my cell phone. I have the MDX all set up, so you can see factory navigation not working. You can keep the factory navigation working if you want to transfer it. So here we have it transferred and glued in. But right now, factory navigation not working. But our aftermarket radio fully works. Our amplifier is being manipulated by the factory radio and the new part we came out with. So you have two volume controls. You have the volume of the radio. So I recommend leaving this at like 30 or almost like a little at 3/4 volume, and then using the knob from our interface to control the volume. So here you can see the knob goes at the bottom, and this is a dual a concentric potentiometer, which means it has dual knobs, which means the back knob here, let me see if I can show you. This back knob controls the sub level. So that's max sub. If you lower it, you get lower sub. So there you go, it's at the lowest. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle. I'm gonna crank the volume a little. Let's listen to a radio station. From a life of worldly passions. So the car gets plenty loud and all your speakers work. So this speaker works, this speaker works, the center speaker's still working. In the rear, I have a mess in this MDX right now, but this speaker still works, that speaker still works, that rear speaker, this rear speaker, and then of course our subwoofer. So all the speakers remain working. Now we're going to test this for some time. Once this has been tested and fully working, we will release a full video. I will let you know we do have a way to keep that working, like I showed you, if you transfer navigation. But you can use that display as a mirror. So basically whatever shows here will show there. For your rear entertainment, if you have rear entertainment, this is impossible to retain. I shouldn't say it's impossible. If you're a CAN bus engineer, you can send the right commands to turn that on. It's CAN bus controlled. Then you need video converter. So when the video comes in from the from the aux port, let's call it, it's PAL video gets converted into NTSC video inside the actual navigation unit, the factory one, and then it's sent as video and STC video to here.